welcome back to my channel. Today I will be diving into the Jeffree Star Morphe palette for the first time and creating this look right here. So if you want to know how I got this look and my thoughts on the palette, keep on watching. Okay guys, so as you probably already know if you've watched enough of my videos, I already did my eyebrows off camera with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Brunette. And I already concealed and put translucent powder on my eyelids to prep. So let's jump into the palette. I have literally wanted this since it came out 9 months ago. This is the Jeffree Star by Morphe palette. And as you can see, all these beautiful colors. And it comes with a nice big mirror, which I love. What a genius idea, because if you know, most Morphe palettes don't come with mirrors in it. It's more like the newer ones do sometimes. So this is perfect for me because this means that you can take this and just go. And you don't have to bring multiple palettes because this has everything you need. It has your transition colors. It has shimmers. It has mattes. This is beautiful to me. Y'all, it is literally probably about 1 billion degrees in my room right now, and I don't know why I threw this on. I was just like, let me throw on something and start filming because I just really wanted to get on here and talk to you guys. With all the craziness going on in the world, I just really wanted to sit down and just not even think about all of it and just play with makeup. And I literally got this 2 days ago. But I am really regretting the decision to put this on now because it is burning up in my room and I can't put the fan on because it makes too much background noise. Somebody make a silent fan. Okay, there's definitely already silent fans. Stop. Okay guys, but to start, I'm going to take Self-Made right here, which is like a hot-ish pink, and sweep that lightly through my crease because I do want to go in with that darker purple shade, but we'll get to that in a second. So sweeping that lightly from the outer to inner corners. The first thing I will say is that pigment is here, mama. Oh my gosh. I barely even packed this on and it is already doing wondrous things. You're just gonna wanna really sweep that from outer to inner. And as you probably can tell if you've watched a couple of my videos, me starting on the outside of my lid and sweeping colors inside is one of my favorite techniques. I think it looks so good on my eye shape. I don't know if that's because I have hooded eyes or very just like eye shape, whatever that was, almonds. I don't know what they call it, but I don't know. It just always looks so good. Also, y'all, this is the first time I am filming with a ring light. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm going to come back and continue to blend that out, but I'm just going to move on to this side. And again, you just want to be really light because this color is going to be like in the background of that purple shade because I really want to use that purple shade. But I do still want the pink to get its moment because I think that's important too. And guys, just let you know, I did take this on like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This one is from Real Techniques, but any domed eyeshadow brush would have worked for what I just did. And then I'm going to take this fluffy Real Techniques brush. Who's really surprised? Most of my brushes are from Real Techniques because they are affordable, but they are so good. Okay guys, so once you are done with blending the outside edges, I'm going to go back in with this same domed brush and I'm just going to pick up this next shade called Mogul. Now I am going to pack this on. I'm going to place it mostly in the outer part of my eye, but sweep it inside as well. Guys, my skin is doing really bad things. I so stupidly went to my friend's house and we were like in the pool and stuff like that all week and all of last week, and I got really burnt. So the myth that Black people don't get burnt is a lie because I got burnt. And it's not my first time being burnt at all. I've definitely been burnt on countless occasions. I don't know. I'm an idiot because I spent 2 days in the pool and expected not to get burnt. But the plus side, I'm darker now and I really appreciate it because I love being a brown skin girl. And that's the thesis. But my skin is now peeling, literally peeling off, especially on my face, because that's where I got burnt the worst, and on my arms and my shoulders. And it was really painful for about 2 days. And then it kind of went away, luckily. So, okay, so I'm not the hugest fan of how that purple went on. I think it was a lot more pink than I was realizing. And so it's not getting deep enough even when I like try to pack it on. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I guess this might be cheating a little bit because I did want to use only the Jeffree Star palette, but I'm gonna go into the James Charles Morphe palette and grab this deeper purple right here just to deepen the outside corners because it didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. And I'm just gonna take it on the same brush that I've been using because I'm very a one brush kind of girl. I don't like to take multiple brushes. I don't know. It just makes me have to clean them more often, and which I should probably do. I just told on myself, so. Back to the purple. So as you can see, I'm just taking it from the very outer and coming more inner. And I did move in a little bit closer just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So as I said before, you do still want to see the pink, but you also want it to be very purple. Okay guys, so once you get to this point right here, we are going to go back into the Jeffree Star palette, take this color right here called Pink Fleet, and we are going to put that all over the lid. I really wanted this look to be pretty matte. This is a shimmery color kind of, but I really wanted this look to be pretty, wrong brush. I'm going to be taking the end of an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, but it's just a packer brush, so any packer brush works. And then really just put it all over the eye. Meet it up to the crease where we have the darker shade and all the way back as well. And so while it may not look like this is really doing much, I wanted the top of the eye at least to be pretty matte because I usually take a shimmer color and do what I'm doing with this Pink Fleet color. I usually have a shimmer and I just do that, throw a liner on, and I'm done. That's like my signature look. But I want it to be a little bit different. So I'm keeping this entire top portion matte. And so far, I'm really liking the Jeffree Star palette. I honestly didn't think that I wasn't going to like it. I kind of knew I was going to like it because Jeffree has very high standards for how he makes his products, and so does Morphe. So it honestly is like a match made in heaven. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful palette. Like I was saying before, you can literally take this palette on the go with you, especially because it has the mirror in it, and just live off this palette for probably a long time. You would want to use a different palette before you like had to, which is important. I think that's really important in making a palette. Now that the top of the eyelid is basically done, I am going to start on my face. Today I will be priming with the Maybelline Master Prime Studio Blur and Illuminate Primer. This is just literally one of the best drugstore primers I've ever used, the entire line. So not just this one, because there are a lot. They have like Blur and Smooth. They have a bunch of different ones. They have like green ones, orange ones, if you want to like color correct or anything like that. They have a lot of them. And I just think they smell good, first of all. They feel soft to your face, soft touch. Like it's not like rickety and hard or anything. And I like don't break out from it or anything. So I love it. I think it's very good. Tyra Powell approved. And to conceal, I mean, you guys know I use a lot of concealers when I go to conceal. So bear with me, especially now that I am more tan or darker on my face. I feel like I don't know what to do right now as far as concealers and like shade matching my face, because my face has definitely changed colors. But I'm gonna go in today with this one. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics 16-Hour Camo Wear. I got this the other day. You guys saw me try it on my channel, and if you haven't, what are you waiting for? Go watch it. after this one. But I got this the other day. I am in the color Deep Olive. I wish I would have got a darker one now that I am darker, or more of a highlighting shade, because I did not pick one of those up. However, as you know, I can make it work. As long as it meets me halfway, I can get it the rest of the way. So I'm gonna first start by putting this under my eye, and then I'll probably have to put on a lighter one, a lighter shade, but we'll see. And what I tend to do is, I'll try to get really close for this, but I try to draw a line with concealer exactly where I want my eyeshadow to stop. But you want to be very, very precise with it, because you are going to have to blend this out, obviously, and you don't want like a very crooked, harsh line, you know? So that's kind of what I do with that. I am then going to take this shade, which is the Born to Glow NYX concealer in the color, let's call it Alabaster, because what I remember about it is that it was the first shade in the line. So, you know, pale, alabaster, one of those two. But I am literally just going to dot that underneath my eye just to give it a little bit of brightness, because that's not a brightening concealer that I put on before this. I need to go get one, clearly. And then we're just gonna blend, blend, blend. And when you get to where you have drawn this line, this concealer line, you're gonna wanna take the sharp end of your Beauty Blender, Real Technique sponge, whatever you fancy. I guess Beauty Blender doesn't really have one, but you're gonna really want that sharp edge to blend it out, because you don't want to smudge it into the rest of your makeup whatsoever. And as I just told y'all to do that, I didn't even do it myself, so that's really good. But just be careful. It doesn't really take a lot, but it actually does like erase the eyeshadow around your face without you having to be that precise or anything. I usually am not that precise. I am a very like, I'll clean it up at the end type of girl. So you totally can just be precise from the beginning, and you wouldn't have to do that like that. I am then going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and I am in the shade 415 Honey. And can I just say that I used to really like the way that this came out, and now I'm like annoyed by the doe foot applicator. Like, it doesn't pick up enough product. I guess because most people are trying to conceal or like trying to contour with concealer, not trying to do their whole face with concealer, but you know, to each their own. I find that concealer is a lot less harsh than foundation, and so a couple of years ago I just stopped using it. Stop using foundation altogether, because I just thought that I could achieve that same look without it, because my skin really isn't bad. I give a lot of props to my skin, because it really, knock on wood, doesn't get that bad. And I just learned that now when I wear foundation, I feel like it's like the heaviest thing anybody could ever put on my face. Why do I look so crazy in this right now? Looks like I have like no color on my face whatsoever, and I promise it doesn't look like that in real life. I think under the lights it's like doing something weird, but trust me, I'll get it back together, I'm sure. Like, look at this. This looks like it's not my color, and it's kind of scaring me that this is not my color anymore, and then I'm gonna have to go get concealer tomorrow. I look so scary, guys. Why? I'm really confused as to why I look this scary. Like, boy, do I need color back in my face. Guys, look at this. I promise you it doesn't look like this in real life. I like promise you it does not look like this in real life. I'm gonna try to adjust the lights. Give me 1 second. Guys, I'm getting really offended because this is not what I look like in real life. It looks so crazy on here, but I will pull it back together. Things are just looking crazy for now, trust me. I'm gonna try to go in with some bronzer before I even finish my under eye, which you guys know I usually... As if things couldn't get worse. My favorite Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. I don't even know a quick way to go get this because there's no Sephora open, there's no Macy's, there's no Sephora. It's just ordered online and wait 12 weeks for it to get here. After I'm having like the worst time ever with my makeup, this is not the time that I like needed it to break. Even though like I knew I was obviously gonna have to re-up it. You saw it, like you can literally, I hit pan a while ago, but still I didn't think I was gonna have to go get it like now. That sucks. Okay, y'all, so now that my face is kind of back to normal, I promise you that it does not look the same on this camera as it does in this mirror right here. Like in this mirror, in my mirror, it looks fine. It looks normal. It looks like I usually do. But in this, it's making me look like ashy and gray and weird. So I don't know. Clearly, I need to get back to the store to get some new face products because mine are bugging out. But moving on to the tutorial, I am going to take this smudger brush right here. This one is by Sonia Kashuk. This is the number... LOLJK, there's no number. But it's a smudge brush. Any smudge brush works. And I'm going to go back into the Jeffree Star palette and use this color right here called Nate. Well, that's awkward because Nate and Jeffree broke up. So there you go. Now that this is going up in June, y'all, happy Pride Month. Pride Month is actually one of my favorite times of the year. I love going to Pride. I have been to the New York City Pride a good 6 times and I love it. This will be my first year not going, and not that I want to not go, but obviously they canceled it due to Miss Rona, who has ruined everything, and now we're not having one and it's really sad. But I'm hoping that like later in the month, me and my friends can like do something to celebrate and all that stuff because it really is just a great time. So happy Pride Month, y'all. This color is actually beautiful. Beautiful, like emerald green is exactly what I would call this shade. Like, it is so pretty. And as you can see, I'm not swiping so much as I am packing it in because I want to get the most color payoff from this color. I want to get the most color payoff from this shade. So I am really trying to focus it in specific areas that I'm trying to put it in. And this Sonia Kashuk smudge brush is perfect. It is so stiff, but also extremely long so that you get a lot of pigment out of it. And as you can also see, I am dragging this a little bit lower than just the lash line, just because I really want this color to stand out. It's so pretty. It needs its own moment for sure. And I would recommend just on the outer edges, just slightly go ahead and blend that out just a little bit. We do want it to continue to maintain the pigment and color that it has, but you know, everything needs to be blended. So that's my motto anyway. Everything needs to be blended. So next I'm going to be doing lashes, and these are the pre-permed push-up lashes. This is Tight Curl Dramatic Lift, and the number is 672. And for lash glue, I'm going to be using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe in the color black, because I usually use black lash glue just because I feel like it blends in better. It dries nicer. But also, this is the worst. I will show it to you guys. Mine's a little bit dirty, but this is the worst lash glue I have ever used. Do not buy it. I thought by getting aloe in it that it would be perfect, but it's not. It takes a really long time to dry. I usually leave it for a good 5 minutes before I put it on my lash, because if not, it slides all over the place, and I just don't recommend it. There's so many other ones. Duo does a good job. And if you go to a beauty supply store, they usually have really good ones as well. So don't even bother, honestly, with that one, because it's really bad. So just while the lash is dry, I'm going to quickly go and do my blush. So I'm going to use this angled blush brush. And I don't really know who this is by. I've just had this forever. And I'm going to use the Morphe blush palette. And this one is 8W Warm Master. I'm going to take a combination of these two right here, which are MUA and Unapologetic. You see what I mean? It does not dry if you do not let it sit long enough. Lashes have become one of my worst tasks because of this lash glue. And I still haven't gotten a new one because I just refuse to. I'm just going to finish it, and then once it's done, then I'll just never buy it again. The second lash typically goes on better because I've given it enough time to dry, taking so long to put the other one on. While that dries, let's do highlight. So going back into this blush palette, as you probably saw, the top shades are all highlight shades. I'm just going to take this fluffy brush. This is another Sonia Kashuk brush. As you can tell, most of my brushes are either from Sonia Kashuk or Real Techniques, because when I first started out, I only went to like Target and Ulta, so I don't have those like expensive brushes, but you don't need them. Anybody that tells you that you need expensive brushes to do your makeup, they're lying to you. You just need good ones. You don't need expensive ones, you know? By the way, I am going into this shade right here, which is the lighter shade, and it's called Babe. Now that they are most likely dry, I'm going to take this Lashcraft mascara. I got it from Sephora, I think. I did get it from Sephora. And I'm just going to lightly coat these lashes. All right, now time for one of my favorite parts, which is inner corner highlight. So I'm going to take another flat packer brush, and I am going to spray it with, this is the All Nighter Urban Decay spray, setting spray, but any setting spray works as well. And in this palette, this is probably one of the main reasons I even bought this palette, which is for this shade right here, which is called Millions. And it is just beautiful. I will swatch it for you guys. It is like a grit, it's definitely gritty, but so beautiful. Guys, look at that. Look at the shine from that. Shut up. Shut up. I'm going into it right now. I don't even care. It is a little, like, you can definitely feel the glitter, but it doesn't feel unsafe. It's very smooth. And I'm just going to put that right in the inner corner. Guys, I think there's something on my brush and it's making that be a thing. So clean your brushes. Really important. I'm going to take another packer brush, do the same thing, and go back in and try to cover that up because I know you guys can see how dark that is. Guys, that is actually like so beautiful. I want to cover my whole upper lid in this color. Like, look how beautiful that is. I'm blown away. I knew that color was going to be really good, but I'm blown away. All right, guys, let's jump into lips and call this a day. I think I want to do something pretty like neutral for the lips. I really want the eye to be the focus anyway. So I think I'm just going to go in with a gloss. And this one is the Milani Keep It Full Lip Gloss. It's also a lip plumper as well. And this one is in the color Gold Dust. And I'm using the NYX Slide On Glide On lip pencil in the shade Urban Cafe. As a brown girl, this is one of the best brown lip pencils I have ever used. Ever. And that's saying something because I'm constantly using browns because that's my nude. I don't have another nude, really. So it's perfect. And this, my loves, is the final look. I will come in close. What do we think? I actually really like it. My thoughts on the Jeffree Star Morphe palette, it's beautiful, as I knew it was going to be. That's why I got it. I don't usually get palettes because I'm a broke college student. I don't usually get palettes that I don't think are going to do well, and this did not disappoint me. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys like sitting down with me. Please make sure you're staying safe out there. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye, beauties.